Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley. If you are excited about the potential of playing Halo Online on PC thanks to the recently released 0.6 update to El Dorito, the fan-made resurrection of the cancelled free-to-play Russian Halo Online game, well, I know a lot of people that were playing it over the weekend, a couple of boys, just saying. Well, unfortunately, don't get used to it. 343's just announced they are taking measures to protect the Halo IP and have reached out to the El Dorito team to press pause on their mod. According to 343, they did this because while in other fan projects, those fall in Microsoft's content usage guidelines, El Dorito doesn't. It's using source code from a canceled project that was never meant to be publicly available, and as such, they need to protect the IP. However, this is the very important caveat there, not all hope is lost for PC players. 343 went on to say in their announcement that, quote, "One thing remains clear, the community really wants more Halo on PC. As we look ahead, we are very excited about the prospects of an official classic Halo experience making its way to PC, and we hope to be able to partner with the El Dorito team and broader mod and content creation community to help inform the types of experiences and features our fans desire." So, Halo 3 on PC, anyone? Big E3 reveal? We can hope. March's NPD numbers are in, giving us a glimpse into what games and hardware did the best business in the US. And rather unsurprisingly, Far Cry 5 and Sea of Thieves topped the list of the 10 best-selling games for last month. Rounding out the top 5 are MLB 18 The Show, Kirby Star Allies, and as always, GTA 5. We also got an interesting look at the big performers in the hardware category, where the PS4 led the pack with the most units sold. However, the NPD report also acknowledged that despite winning the monthly unit battle, PS4 actually loses to Xbox One in terms of hardware spend for the entire year, meaning people are spending more money on Xbox hardware, which speaks pretty well to the success of Xbox One X, I'd say. We'll definitely be on the lookout for next month's numbers to see just how much God of War dominated the competition, probably by a lot, so that won't be a huge surprise. One other interesting tidbit to come out of that NPD report was the fact that Sea of Thieves managed to be the #2 best-selling game of the month despite being part of Xbox Live's Game Pass program. That's kind of important because Game Pass makes it available to subscribers for $10 a month instead of having to pay $60 for the full game, and a lot of people were doing that. NPD analyst Matt Piscatella commented on the phenomenon, saying that from his data, Game Pass and programs like that are helping, not hurting video game sales. Piscatella wrote on Twitter, "Subscription services like Game Pass are helping sales, not cannibalistic in any way I can see in the data. The future is a mix of sub-services and the ability to buy outright. Only makes the market grow." So hey, get ready for more subscription services, everybody. Never need to own your own games again, but you can, because apparently the people who like to buy. But it's a kind of a similar thing probably to what a lot of publishers do, where before a game comes out, they put all of the previous titles in that series on sale, trying to get more people into it, and then they win. Another country has drawn a line in the sand about loot boxes, and this one's kind of surprising because it's a turnabout. Following the Netherlands Gaming Authority's announcement last week that video game publishers needed to get their loot box shit together, or else, we now have Belgium declaring that loot boxes are gambling and thus illegal. The Belgian Gambling Commission, after some extensive research, believes FIFA 18, Overwatch, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive loot boxes all meet the requirements of being a game of chance, and as such, they are then subject to Belgium's gambling laws. Minister of Justice Kdin said if these games don't remove their loot boxes, the publishers risk prison sentences of up to 5 years and fines of up to 800,000 euros, which is a lot. And apparently the penalty could double if minors are found to be involved, which, spoiler alert, they probably are. Kdin said he'd like to chat with developers and publishers more about the issue. So once again, things not looking great for ye old loot boxes. The options there for publishers are to not sell their games in either the Netherlands or Belgium, to remove loot boxes only for those regions, or, well, to figure out a solution all across the board. The thing about if they stop selling in those regions directly and people import them, pretty common. That's not a huge problem for the publishers probably, but if more countries start doing this, that list of ones they need to import to gets higher, and then you've got a problem. Now Bungie really hopes he'll give Destiny 2 another chance, like really. The developer recently showed off the upcoming Warmind DLC, which will add a horde mode to the game, as well as a new Guardian and lots of other goodies. The DLC's campaign involves the Guardian Anna Bray, who's exploring her past, and everyone's favorite AI Rasputin, who also makes an appearance. Players will return to Mars, where their mission is to fight off a bunch of frozen hive aliens. The horde mode is called Escalation Protocol, and you'll have to blast your way through wave after wave of enemies in a set amount of time. Players will also see new strikes, new gear, a new raid lair, and the long-awaited emote wheel. The expansion costs $20 and it's due out on May 8th. It looks like EA and DICE are saying goodbye to World War I. In a recent blog post, they said updates for Battlefield 1 will stop this June. So that's the bad news. The good news is that they're still going to update the game until then, including a new mode called Shock Operations, which features 40 players battling for sector control, and it will take place on a single map to promote some fast-paced action. They're also making more maps for the They Shall Not Pass DLC, including one called Rupture that's available now. But yeah, all monthly updates are ending in June, less than 2 years after the game released. Of course, it's rumored we're going to get a new Battlefield announcement soon, probably potentially at E3, so this could be a further indication of that. The reviews for Infinity War are in, and while they're overall positive, some critics definitely liked it more than others. The movie's got an 87% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but only a 68 on Metacritic. Critics say it's a giant spectacle that pulls together the last 10 years of Marvel movies, which some critics liked, others not so much. Jan Scott Kalura said, using the strength of its powerful and interesting villain to set the stakes higher than ever, Avengers Infinity War successfully brings together the past 10 years of Marvel movies into a largely effective cocktail of superhero dramatics. Others put it in the good but not great category. Richard Roper wrote, Infinity War might be the biggest and most ambitious Marvel movie yet, but it's certainly not the best. I'd put it somewhere in the bottom half of the top 10. Not everyone liked it, though. Time wrote, there's no pacing in Avengers Infinity War. It's all sensation and no pulse. Everything is big all the time. The movie is almost here. It's going to be in theaters Thursday night. We'll have a video out about it later today. We got to see it yesterday. Beware, there are spoilers in the comments. We're doing our best to clear them out, but if you want to go to the movie totally unspoiled, maybe steer clear of the comments for the next couple of days. It looks like we're going to be getting a lot more Han Solo movies in the future, so boy, I hope this one's good. Alden Ehrenreich, the actor who's playing everyone's favorite smuggler in the upcoming movie Solo, A Star Wars Story, says he's signed up to play the character in a total of 3 movies. He spilled the beans in a recent interview with Esquire, saying, I don't know if that's officially public, but yeah. Which must mean either Disney's got a lot of confidence in his portrayal as the iconic character, or they have other plans, like maybe him appearing as a cameo or a side character in some of the other standalone projects they're working on. I don't know, we'll see. Either way, we'll get to see for ourselves how good this Solo movie is and whether we want more Solo films next month, because the movie is opening in the US on May 25th. And good news, PC gamers, there are signs that demand for GPUs is finally slowing down. We're gonna be able to afford them again. Digitimes reports that 3 Taiwanese graphics card makers all expect to see their shipments in April drop by a whopping 40%. Of course, it's no secret the demand for graphics cards has skyrocketed along with the price of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. But as crypto prices have cooled off, kind of makes sense there'd be less demand for graphics cards to mine them. And if you're a gamer, and that's us. It's potentially really good news. I mean, we can finally update PCs. It's gonna be there's gonna be a run. Finally, everyone gets a 1080. Oh, yeah. All right, that's the news for today. Well, for the roundup, we'll have some standalone stuff as well. Let us know what you think of all of these updates in the comments down below, unless you're avoiding them because you don't want to get Infinity War spoilers. And to make sure you get all the news from every corner of the internet every day, like this video, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe to the Know. That activity helps because that way they go, oh, you actually interacted with and care about this channel, and that way you will get the notifications that they put out a new video, because otherwise they just go, they don't care, and they don't show you the videos. So that's why we say that. They're still going to update the game until then, indicating a new